Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new, my name is Monet. Welcome back if you are already subscribed, and thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's video. Today I'm going to do a get ready with me. It's actually Sunday, getting ready to go to dinner with one of Babe's friends. And this look was actually inspired by Monica. Like, oh my god, flawless. Y'all ready to see how I went from this to this? Please continue to watch. So I'm gonna go ahead and start off by priming my skin. I've already moisturized, that's why my face is hydrated, plus your girl was just sweating. It is really time for me to redo my brows. I just did them, but y'all, it was so cold here. Then when I did my brows, my hair, I had a black mark, you know, from it not taking all the way. I want to play around with this palette, which I did in another video, but because I didn't end up posting that video, I didn't get to show you guys. So I am gonna play around with this in a second, but let me get everything else on my face. So every so often, like, I end up switching from concealers. I'm trying to go for this gorgeous look from Monica. Let me show you guys really quick. It looks like this. She did like this really pretty smoky eye to go in with. What other concealer do I want to use? Like, I want it to be bright, but I don't want it to be like too bright, honestly. Not too bright tonight. It's really casual. I just really want to be beat because of the smoky eye look that we're going for. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the Huda Beauty. I haven't used this, y'all excuse the jaw. I haven't used this in a while. It's probably on its end and last leg. It really is. But I don't know, y'all. I'm just in a space where I don't know if I want to try some new stuff, some new concealer. So let me know what products like you have been trying lately. If you're trying a new concealer or whatnot, let me know how you're liking it. Okay. Now for my jawline, lately what I have been doing is mixing this other concealer like right here where I have like those problem areas. I just washed makeup brushes today, y'all. I knew it was a reason I was supposed to be washing makeup brushes the other day. When I say I'm literally just getting back to like picking myself up, y'all, these days. I just haven't been feeling my best, but it's okay because this week was actually a better week, so I'm so thankful. But girl, going into this 2024, it was a little rough. It was a rough ride, you know. I honestly just feel like I just haven't had like a, you know, like a breathing moment, and I feel like, you know, that's really what is needed. But the way life is set up and it has been, it's been like, you know, move, hustle. Can't even say sis is about tired. Sis is tired. This is gonna be a good application. Y'all, it's something about when I ain't wore makeup in a while. I ain't wore makeup since I went out to my last event when I went to trivia night. It's been a minute. I'm sitting there thinking about it, like, that's horrible. My goal has really been just to get out a lot more, especially with this season of depression on top of just having depression. Ooh, child, if you are like me, sis, I am sending you prayers. I am hoping that it gets better because it does. I know in the midst of it, sometimes it doesn't feel like it, but I know it does. I just have to have faith. You just have to have faith, child. We all need a little faith. This year, I told myself that, you know, I want to pour more into myself, and pouring more into myself really looks like, you know, listening to me. Like, meaning like if I'm tired, sitting down, being quiet. You know, if I don't want to bother, I answer the phone, not answering the phone. You know what I mean? Like, if I don't want to pour, don't pour. And honestly, from someone who is just naturally a person that does it, and I was in therapy and I literally told my therapist, she's like, why? And I still say it's because I know what it feels like to not have that person, you know, I know what it feels like to not feel like you are supported or not heard. And I know that so well. So I try not to allow others that I love, you know, to feel that way if I can. But, you know, you can't be all for everybody else. You really have to focus on yourself. And I'm learning that even more now, that this is so very much so uncomfortable, very much uncomfortable for me, because I do think that a lot of times, you know, when you are in this space of growing, a lot of times you are alone. And I think for me, that is a hard one. And I know naturally you have to do things by yourself. I understand that, but it's when you are like really like praying and like trying to really hear what you need to hear. I understand that it's needed, but I'm just like, hold on, hold on. So like hold on, God, hold. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. And I honestly feel like he like, it don't matter. Let's go. Let's go. So we're gonna do some soft matte. I mean, I probably, you know what? I'm gonna mix it with my Natural Radiance, because I don't want to be so dry, especially since it's so cold outside. So we're gonna mix it with my Cow from NARS, which is the Natural Radiance one. I love this for all skin types, honestly. Now if you have really, really oily skin and you don't want that natural radiance to show, or that those natural oils to pop up, I would recommend using the soft matte, girl. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that on my face. But yeah, so your girl has been trying to just get her life together, you know. And although I want to rush and, you know, get back on the bandwagon, I'm really learning to just take a moment, you know, to myself and collect my thoughts and just take my time and not rush it for once. I feel like, you know, last year, you know, it's January, I'm rushing back into work, but this year I want different. And because I have these expectations, I was just like, Monet, we have to move in a different manner. Like we cannot continue in the same way that we've been continuing. Yes, you know, there's been movement, but you know, I was in a space where I was just really down because I didn't feel like I did as much. But yeah, I hope this year, 2024, you are able to reap what you sow, you know. And if you aren't, I hope that you are able to sow into yourself, because I really feel like this season has been showing me even more how important it is to pour into me and like love on me, and the way that I love on others, I need to also give myself that love. I had a recent therapy session and we was talking about like love languages. And you know, me and baby, we always talk about, you know, how people love. And if you are not familiar with love languages, I will try to remember to put it at the bottom down below. Take the quiz. I want to know what you are. So if you know your love language, drop a comment, let me know what it is. And me and babe, we talk about our love languages often, but I never realized that, you know, as you grow, you shift and change. And change has always been a struggle for me. I think it's because I do so many changes at a young age. So I struggle with that as an adult. I realized that when I started, my love language, it still is quality time and touch. Oh my goodness, quality time and touch, right? But I realized that the more you shift, the more you grow, and you know, just the more you mature, you just end up having a lot of them that are your love language, just depending. Because on a different day, someone, you know, pouring into you, giving you words of affirmation might be good. Someone, you know, it just depends on how you're feeling, you know. But you just want to feel supported. And I was in therapy talking, you know, about the love languages, and you know, how I understand that mine in particular definitely comes from, you know, trauma, the lack thereof, feeling loved and all of that stuff. So that's why I say you just really have to be in really, I guess it's emotional maturity in a sense, to understand like who you are, what's going on with you. And you know, and if you don't understand that, you know, at least find someone who is able to help you navigate that, i.e. therapists, you know what I mean? Or, you know, someone, you know, a friend. But I always say we try not to depend on our friends so much for the emotional aspects, but sometimes I feel like it could be hard, and I honestly am in the space where I'm learning that it's so hard, y'all. It's so hard. Because what I give, I want in return. And, you know, baby's always like, you can't expect the you out of you. And I know that. Like, like my logical side knows that, right? But I told you how I am. What's up? Like, I realized that I am the problem. Like, I'm the problem. I accept it. Like, I'm the problem. But I don't, like, I can take my accountability for things, but I'm not the complete issue as to why certain relationships didn't work. And it's been a journey, I tell you. It's been an eye-opener. And, like, I was literally sitting with myself in a space where I just did not like, you know, and I had to get myself out of it, like with prayer, you know what I mean? But, oh yeah, that was a space that I did not like, y'all. It was. So I just had to give you guys an update and trying to be as real as I can be and without saying too much, because honestly, also in a season of learning to be quiet and not talk so much. But it's so hard because I be like, I don't talk to nobody. Like, my ass be in the house working. That's what I do. I just be working. Oh, I love the way y'all see that? I know y'all see that. I'm using the dark palette. Y'all, this is my favorite powder bronzer right now. I don't think nothing gonna top it, but I'm gonna see if I can find something in the summertime. I know people gonna come out with, you know, with even more bronzers. I try not to put too much around the edges because I feel like it fucks, I feel like it messes with my hairline. And I don't really want to muddy it, if that makes sense. But yeah, so I'm just learning. I'm in a space where I'm learning to be quiet, but also just learning more about myself. And I guess this is the season for that. I had literally prayed and asked God to show me who I was. And when I asked that, when I say, not to say that I didn't like who I was, or you know what I'm like, what I was being shown, because a lot of times when you ask for things, the way that they come can be like somebody, you know, like, you know, giving you what you need, like giving you a word of advice. But you know, even though it's out of love, sometimes when you hear that out their mouth, it just hurts, you know what I mean? So y'all, when I say I've been kind of sitting with myself more so even now, you know, and that's why I haven't picked up the camera to like vlog, is because I was just in a space of like really trying to figure out what it is Monet wants, what I wanted, and also what I needed. It's only what, 3 weeks in? And 3 weeks into the year, y'all, and I just feel like it's been a lot. Yes, it has been a journey, and I'm really just trying to prepare myself, you know, for all the great things that's happening, and even the things that are not so great that will happen. I'm trying to, you know, prepare myself for that change and what that. I'm gonna go in with this palette right here. It is 5:20. Need to hurry up. And I don't feel like getting up, so your girl gonna use the same brush that I used for my concealer. So I'm gonna do like I'm gonna do like this. We're gonna do this pinky color. I wanted to do an orange. Actually, let's play with this and see if I, oh Lord, I didn't think I wanted to do that orange. Yeah, we're gonna mix it with this. And then I'm gonna put a little bit of this right here. Okay. So that is the blush palette that I actually got. I'm gonna use this brush that I got from Temu. Oh my God, I can't talk. Temu. So it's very pigmented. And I like to put it up into my hairline. Like, it looks so good. And I'm sure I will end up adding more blush. So I like the way it looks. Let me go ahead and use my blender. Go. But that is life lately. That's what life has been looking like. These also from Temu, but you can, they're over there, or you can go to my Amazon. They come in a pack normally. And I love these for just applying that powder underneath the eyes. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. But I'm trying to get back into the swing of things, you know, as far as like filming and stuff. This is my second video that I have filmed this year. Not looking great, but you know what? Second video, but I'm not pushing it. Like, I'm not rushing it because I told myself I wanted more of a plan. And this year we are definitely going to do more planning content because I feel like that works better anyway from just experience, and I feel better about my content, you know? Like, I don't like rushing my content for you guys. Like, I want you guys to enjoy what I have, you know, whether it's chit chat videos, try on hauls. Like, I don't want to just be talking off the whim of my head, although that sometimes is fun, obviously. But girl, I'm not that girl, because I be having brain farts and everything. I don't know if it's COVID brain, what it is. It could just be I'm forgetful because I be stressed. Like, that could be it too. But whatever it is, I still want to make sure I'm, you know, able to show up in a healthy manner for myself as well as for you, because this is what I do. I'm trying to get back into tutorials for you guys because I see that you guys really like it. But honestly, the tutorials where I really wasn't saying much, it's so crazy how that used to get like hella views back in the day. But I feel like, you know, nowadays everything has shifted. You know, chit chat videos I feel like are in. I just feel like we're able to connect better with like chit chat videos and stuff. So I will try to get more on, and that's really what I've been preparing for this year. And because I said I was gonna show up a lot more than I was. So a lot of people keep messaging me like, I miss when you would go live, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like it's coming back. Because I said like that was my goal for 2024, was to come back and start doing lives, you know, like chit chats, we talking, we doing our makeup, whatever. I don't know, I haven't figured out how often I want to do it yet, but do know that it's coming back. Y'all need to do my brows. They, oh my goodness, like I really need to do my brows. So yeah, so I just been really trying to, it's so funny because I was in a space of like running away from makeup, like, and it was because I was like, ain't nobody watching it on YouTube. Do people still watch makeup tutorials? I kind of slowed up because y'all, makeup tutorials, they take time. Getting the 2 hours plus that I'm sitting here, you're getting the revised version, and we're trying, you know, I'm normally trying to put it into like, you know, 20 minutes, 30, just so that way it's not long. But honestly, this year y'all gonna get some long tutorials. Hopefully y'all ready. Cause I be like, I feel like I be doing too much work, and instead of just letting y'all see the process. Alright, you guys, so I went ahead and got this eye pretty much how I want it. I think I'm gonna warm it up a little bit, but I want to go ahead and start this eye first because a smoky eye is not really, it doesn't take a lot of time. So one thing I really like. So what I'm gonna do, y'all remember I said I wanted to go in and get some gel. Y'all ended up finding some in my makeup kit. I was like, you got hella makeup in this storage. Let's go look. So I am using the AMC liner, y'all. This is one of my favorite liners of all times. I use it on my clients. If you are a makeup artist or you're just looking for a really good liner, oh my goodness, try it. You can get it at Camera Ready Cosmetics. I want to say it's $12, but I don't know if that's the discount rate or if that is the normal price, because I'm using the discount still. Like, I have my pro discount for being a cosmetologist. So I'm just gonna go ahead and blend this in, and I'm more so focusing this black on the lid. So I'm just gonna add it on the lid, and I'm gonna build it up. I don't really want to put it above my crease, so I'm trying to make sure that I stay underneath the crease. Otherwise you'll need to like clean it up, you know, take the harsh lines away And if you do end up raising it too high, that's okay too, because you do want to blend it up. So, but this product in itself, I need to use some of my gel. It's a new product, but when I say you gotta really work this product fast, if you do not work this product fast, it dries because it does not budge. It doesn't budge at all. So I like the way it looks. I know it looks a mess right now, but I'm going to take my bronzer. We're gonna place that into this crease. If you feel like you need to blend it some more, you can always just take a fluffy blending brush and using windshield wiping motions like this, or you can use twisting, like, you know, circular motions. But circular motions are going to build your and blend it up. See, like when I do this, you can tell that it's moving the product up, which I don't want it to be too far in my crease, above my crease. But I like the way that looks. So I'm gonna take my fluffy blending brush, that was a tongue twister, fluffy blending brush, and we're going to just take that bronzer that I use right here, and I'm gonna start in the crease. Normally I would start, I almost started right there. Normally I would start right there, but because I want to make sure that I'm blending out any harsh lines and also making that crease as warm as I can, because that's what I like. That's what I like. I just feel like it looks so good. And then I will take my brush and then, you know, just go back and forth with it like this. But I love, y'all see when I say this blending brush, when I say it takes no time and you're able to just add your product, I love it. It looks good. Next I'm gonna go in and I'm just using this chocolate palette. I have like a few brown palettes that I could go in. I was debating about using a black, but I think I'm gonna just go in with the darkest chocolate that I have to smoke it out, because I don't want to use black if I don't have to. I mean, I'm gonna use it on my lower lash line, I'm sure, but I want this to be a chocolate smoky eye, because that's what Monica has on and it looks so beautiful. She is a little bit lighter than me, but I do feel like no matter your complexion, you know, you're able to make something work. You just got to figure out what tones, you know, work for you. Like, there's no right way to do it. You really can just kind of play around with it. I get a hair in my eye and it is bothering me. But you really get to play around with it, and so that's why I like it. So I like to actually mix a little bit of different browns in the beginning, you know, and kind of blend that into the crease, and I feel like that looks really good. Now if you wanted to make this darker, you definitely could add a little black, but honestly I do feel like this is dark. Like it's a nice shades of chocolate. Like, it's dark enough. So I'm just gonna I just took a palette and I'm just gonna tap a little bit of black eyeshadow, and I'm more so focusing that on the edges. I'm not gonna really bring that color into the eye like on the rest of it, because I don't want to make it so dark, but I do want to make sure the corners and edges is smoked out. And then I feel like everything else I can add my brown, because it works. It works. It works. So I'm just gonna blend that. I like that. I like the way that looks. And I'm just going to I honestly think this would be a really, really pretty like date night look for Valentine's. If you were going for like a sultry, sexy, you know, smoky look. And I love to take my fluffy brush and kind of go over it. This is just to make sure everything is nicely blended. I go in. Last time I played around with this liner from, what was it? From L'Oreal. And I really liked it. This one is Intense Black. So I'm gonna go ahead and line my eyes. And I'm just gonna repeat the same colors that I repeated on the eyes. So I'm gonna smoke it out on the edges, kind of darken it. I'm gonna try not to put too much black. I'm gonna try to do like more browns, kind of warming it up underneath, because my eye is dark and I am wearing, of course, black. Oh goodness. Y'all, I keep trying to get away from black clothes, but y'all, I'm obsessed. I love it. And it's wintertime, so it don't help. So and if you feel like, you know, you need to smoke it out some more, like on the edges, you can definitely just take your brush and blend up so that way it's blending. Or like circular motions, circular motions, circular motions, honey. I feel like it's close, but it's not like exact. But I also think it's pretty. And if you feel like you darken it too much, like I'm just taking my old concealer brush that I use and not using any extra product, but I'm just patting it in and just kind of removing some of that harshness. So that way it's more blended. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and smoke out my lash line. I'm just gonna use a light chocolate underneath the eyes and start with that because I've already added the black liner, so I don't necessarily feel like you have to do black underneath. I feel like you'll be okay with like a chocolate brown, a darker chocolate if you want to, but I don't necessarily think it's needed. So I am just gonna go in with that brown because I feel like if I needed to, I can add a little more liner, blend it out, kind of smudge it out a little bit, and it works. So yeah, that look good. I'm gonna go in and add my bronzer underneath to just kind of add some warmth. And yeah, that's what I want. Looks so good. So I like to clean up my underneath. I like to clean up underneath my eyes once I've added my liner, and it looks good. I didn't add, I'm gonna add a little bit of foundation. Oop, that was not, I didn't mean to do that. But we're here, so we'll just blend this out real quick. Sometimes I don't add foundation on my forehead, and then sometimes I do. Go in with this Huda Beauty powder and praline. We're gonna put that on the face. I just want some color, and I'm trying to use all of my Laura Mercier. I haven't used it in a while. I need to actually go find me some more. I know I got some somewhere around here, but I like to add this powder because to the face and the skin, it adds like a little more warmth, you know. Right in here. I said a little and then I end up adding a lot. And my pressed powder is from Makeup Forever. really like this powder because it's just a really nice coverage. For the blush, because I feel like it's already given a soft pinkish, yeah, I've been really going in heavy with my MAC blushes. And I don't know if you remember, if you watch my channel like back in the day, you would know that I used to work in MAC Cosmetics, and I worked there like 3-4 years. I know it was for a minute, like it was for a minute, and it was something that I really enjoyed. The only thing I hated honestly was the sales, but I was one of those people, I never not made my sales. Like people would just come up to you, so somehow it worked out, you guys. But I am going to go in, I think I'm gonna go in with Sweet as Cocoa. I feel like that'll go really nice with my hair. And it's like a shimmery blush. This is definitely a blush I feel like every person of color should have in their collection. It does have a little bit of sheen in it too, so it's really pretty. Yeah, it has like a little glow, y'all see, like on the cheeks, like it looks really pretty. But I like that. But I'm gonna actually mix two blushes because lately, especially because my skin has been dry, I've been able to play around. And I don't know, maybe my skin is just shifting too, because I remember back in the day I used to not be able to rock anything that was mineralized, and now I'm able to pop that baby on with no issue, and it looks so good. So I have a lot of their mineralized blushes too. And this one is in the shade Lovejoy. It's another one that I wear almost every day, and it is so pretty. But Lovejoy, it has like gold reflex in it as well. It's really pretty, but it's very lightweight on the cheeks, but it just adds that luster and shine, and I really like mixing them. You don't necessarily have to do this step if you don't want to, but I just love when my cheeks look all soft and glowy, and it's just, oh my god, it just, y'all saw it, I see it. So yeah, it's self-explanatory. But Monica has like this really peachy nude lip, so that's what we're going for. So I'm gonna go in and line my lips. So I'm gonna start out with my Peach Me lipstick. This is from Mcdluxuryco. We're going to, I feel like I'm gonna mix this because this is very peachy, so. Okay. I'm trying to think if I want to mix this with Latte, because I feel like Latte will kind of tone it down a little bit. But this is giving me what she has on. Like, this is the look. And this is like the lip that we're given. So I realize that mixing products is not like something that is favorable amongst beginning people. People who, if you're just beginning how to do makeup, I get that, but sometimes I'm just doing makeup because I just love to do it, honey, and that's how this is my method. It's a method of madness, but it's a method. It looks really good. Yeah, my lips are so dry. I feel like because I'm dehydrated right now. I have not worn a matte lip in a long time, girl. It's been a long time. I've been real tough on that gloss. I'm just a gloss girl, but I'm also a matte girl here and there. Okay, but that looks really good. Brush. I'm gonna go in with this orange eyeshadow, and I'm just gonna place that like right there. And if you don't have like a reddish brown, I feel like an orange with a brown, it will work. So you don't have to go out and always buy everything unless you just want to. But I really miss back in the day when I had like those individual eyeshadows, like those small ones, and they was doing something, child. I feel like now all I have is palettes, and I don't know what happened to all my shadows. Okay. And if you feel like you went too far up and you want to blend it, you can always take a little bit of excess foundation, concealer, and just like pat your brush like right in this area just to kind of soften it up. And make sure it's blended out. Ooh, it looks so good. Cause I look flat. Okay, let me throw this mascara on. Stop playing with y'all. It's 6:14. I love a good chunky lash, especially even more when I have smoky eyes. But this mascara, it just works wonders. Yeah, there's nothing else I can say about it. It's been my favorite. I need to actually open another mascara because it's time. But I really, really like this mascara. And this is the Lancome. Well, Lancome, they have so many. But this is what this one looks like. She is cute. I love this look. Like, I love it. Hold on, y'all. You guys, I'm gonna go ahead and quickly set my face. I'm gonna use this right here. This is the Revolution Super Fix. But I'm gonna make looks really, really good. Alright, you guys, so I thought I was gonna have time to show you guys a new fragrance that I have, but I don't have any time. So I'm going to go in with the Exalte perfume, just so that way I didn't have to mix too much. So I'm just gonna, it smells so good. It smells really, really good. Let me put some around me. Guys, so I went ahead and put on a necklace. I'm getting ready to finish getting ready so we can head out. I think it looks like the Monica look. Now, obviously this is going to be inspired, so it doesn't have to look exactly, but I haven't been inspired as of lately, but every once in a while something will catch my eye. So I was really glad that I came across her look. I love it. She looks stunning. So yeah, that's it. I can't talk too much, but I love you guys. Thank y'all so much for watching. I will check you guys in my next video. Later.